For today's show, we'll be talking with Deedee Asuamah about America, the land of opportunity. So living in America, I have always been interested in getting the perspectives of tourists. You know, people come visit America, I'm like, I wonder what they think about America. What is it like to visit in America? How do they see the culture in person versus how America is portrayed in the media?
Welcome to our show, we're hitting up the stove. Here to help you relax and keeping it real. We got the best guest, you cannot miss the gist. So come and join us in cooking up a dish. Yeah, relax, Japa, enjoy. We're here to relax, Japa, enjoy.
Welcome to Relax, Chop, Enjoy, a show where we marry interesting conversations and very delicious meals. Yeah, you know, a lot of times you see, you know, different cultures being portrayed differently in the media, and then when you go to visit, it's like, oh, this is not what I thought it would be. So I love to get that little tidbit from people. So my guest today is all the experts because he has visited America on several occasions, gone to very many different states. So I want to get his thoughts on what he thinks about America. So Sydney, or Dr. Sid to most people, he is a Nigerian artist whose dynamic journey from dentistry to music showcases his passion for creativity. With a rich blend of talents, he's not only a renowned singer-songwriter, but also an accomplished media strategist, filmmaker, gaming video creator, and the visionary founder of Citizens Gaming and Contender Inc. Now, I'm gonna pause right there, okay? So don't go typing citizens like C-I-T or contender like the way it's supposed to be spelled, because he likes to play with words. So citizens is S-I-D-I-Z-E-N-S, and contender is actually K-O-N-10-D-R. The guy is so smart. So I'm so excited to speak with him today because he's a very intelligent young man and has a wealth of information to share. So without further ado, let me welcome Dr. Sid to my show. Dr. Sid, come on down.
Hello, my name is Deedee Asuamah. Most people know me as Dr. Sid. But today, I am Chef Sid, and I am honored to be a guest on Relax, Chop, Enjoy with Deedee Asuamah. Okay, what
I want to touch you.
Yeah, do that last part.
I want to touch you.
Do that last part again.
I want to touch you.
Do that last part again. Wait. Do that last part. I want to welcome Dr. Sid to my show. You ready? You ready? Go.
Now you know there's some crazy people in this world. Okay, go. So, without further ado, let me welcome Dr. Sid to my show. Child, you know you're crazy.
See, entrance.
Good to have you. You know you're crazy. Never know what to expect when it comes to you.
I have superpowers.
I know you have a lot of superpowers.
I can appear and disappear anyhow I like it. How you doing?
You're such a gamer. You just can't help yourself. You're such a big kid. You remind me of Shaquille O'Neal. You know that, right?
Yeah, he's my idol. Not idol. Idol.
It's a whole lot of meaning to that, y'all. But we're gonna get into that in just 1 minute. So welcome to Relax, Chop, Enjoy.
Yes.
Where we're gonna cook a very delicious meal. Well, you're gonna cook a very delicious meal. Let me clarify. I'm support today, sous chef.
Supporting striker. Let's go.
I'm going to strike you. You see how you are. I'm going to strike you. So, guess what we're gonna cook? So he is going to make his world famous jollof rice.
Yes, so world famous jollof rice. If the people that have tasted the jollof rice can testify to the fact that it is the bomb diggity, it is the best in the world. You understand? Nigerian jollof can't handle this.
Hey! You know we have Senegalese jollof, we have Gambian jollof, we have Ghana jollof, we have Nigerian jollof, now it's Dr. Sid jollof.
All other jollof is counterfeit. All other jollof is counterfeit. This one
is going to be put to the test.
Let's go.
Okay, let's go. So I'm going to walk through the ingredients that we have here because we're going to have jollof rice, some roasted chicken, some fried plantains. So it's going to be yummy. Yummy, yummy. So we have some washed rice here, some whole onions, some chopped, we have garlic and also some chopped onions here. We have both chicken and beef stock, some goat meat chopped, plantain sliced and ready to fry. This is a secret. Even when I was trying to figure out what was in it, he wouldn't let me see it.
It's the sauce, baby. It's the sauce. Gee. See, have you tasted it? Have you tasted it? Don't put your feet. Just have it. It's a spicy sauce.
It smells really good, actually.
I'm gonna put it in the bottle.
So nice. It smells so nice. Actually, you should bottle it up. That smells really good. We have some chopped bell peppers and then some chicken that we're going to roast shortly. So we have already roasted some peppers that are cooling.
Can I tell him why?
Please.
Yes, so let me tell you something. So basically, in the idea to get that smoky jollof taste, some people have different methods of doing it. Me, what I do with mine is that I like to grill my peppers and tomatoes before, get a little burnt before you blend it. So by the time you blend it, keeps that smoky taste inside the pepper sauce.
We are going to church on jollof rice today, y'all, because I love to cook, but when he came into the kitchen, he kind of was like, what are you doing? Step aside, okay? So, I'm so excited to have you. So while we're cooking this meal, I'm going to be get some little tidbits from you about visiting my US of A.
Yes.
Okay, so my accent is gonna change, y'all, because I have
So's
to.
mine.
No, you can't change your accent.
I can switch it anyhow I want, darling.
That is what happens when you visit America a lot of times.
I'm gonna take it.
So I'm going to be asking him questions about America, just kind of learning to get his perspective on things, and I think is always good, you know, because everybody's experience is different.
I promise to tell you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. No packaging, no sugar coating. Take it.
He's already American. Already there.
You know
have you visited? Now you know you're a black man in America. Have you have you visited?
No. You know, for 2 seconds I was like, what is she talking about? No, I have not.
The way that you're raising up your hand,
I am a very, very a strong believer in staying on the right side of the law.
The straight?
Yes.
And narrow. There are things that are
wide.
narrow.
It's wide though. It's not necessarily narrow, it's wide though. It depends on your perspective and which kind of glasses you're using to see the world.
And now, if you didn't get it, you're never gonna get it. It's okay. Okay, we're gonna get back to the food. So let's get started. I would touch the roasted peppers here, but I can't. It's too hot. But we'll get a clip of that for you to see what it's like. So I'm gonna move to the side and open the kitchen up for you, and then in the meantime, we're gonna start with roasting the chicken.
Yes.
But before. Now, you know how I should have done this show? I should have had you take a shot of tequila before you start cooking.
Why?
I just want to see how you're going to operate.
Don't worry. I am a master at this. This is my household. So I'll explain. So for me, cooking is very therapeutic.
Really?
It's something I do to relax. I like to try new recipes. And I sit down and have a good time, have nice music on, and just try different things and create, magic. I like to take regular recipes that people have and add a little Dr. Sid twist to it.
So I'm gonna have to ask.
Yes.
So whose recipe did you take and twist for this jollof rice?
I can't remember her name more, but she was on YouTube. One day like that, I think I ordered.
YouTube?
Yes, no.
I thought it's like your mom's recipe or grandmother's.
No, I was in America.
Really?
And I ordered jollof rice from a Nigerian restaurant. And I just felt like there was something missing. I mean, it was nice, but I just felt like there was something missing. So I was like, you know what, I can do this. And I just went on YouTube, looked at the recipe, tried it, reproduced it. It was nice. And then, then the second time I tried it, I did a few modifications.
I would say something, but I'm not gonna go there. Okay, I can't help myself. Is that exactly how you approach everything in life? With some modifications?
Yes, because what is life if you're getting everything that you're used to? You gotta
change it a little.
Spice it up.
You are hot.
Yes, let's go.
So before we get started, I want to know, you just strike me as, you know, someone that really is interested in gaming.
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask, do you have a superpower? And if you do, or
Can't
if
say
you
it on camera. Is this channel PG-18 or 18? Is it PG-13? What is it?
No, you can say it.
Yeah,
it's open.
No. I don't even think any X-ray tech can take it. Let's just leave that one. That superpower is for only those who experience it. But if I was going to say, if I wanted a superpower, it would probably be like a regular, you know, Marvel, DC, all those kind of type of superpowers. It would probably be somewhere between, I think I'll probably a mashup between Superman and what's his name? Miles Morales' Spider-Man, because he has the ability to go invisible. And he has that spider sense. But Superman has super strength, speed. He's bulletproof, you know.
I'm suspecting this guy.
What?
Did you like the show The Boys?
Yes.
I love it.
I love it.
Okay. I'm going to stay on that superpower of his for a little minute, because that's just me. I just want to stay there for a minute, as in my head, not on camera. So let's start cooking. What are we going to do first for the jollof rice?
We should probably get the chicken out of the way.
Okay, can you help me with the oven?
I got you, darling.
Because you know today it's all about you, the doctor, the good doctor. You know, I have some ailments that I need help with, Dr. Sid.
Really? What's your problem at the moment?
And we'll discuss that.
Speak to me.
We'll discuss it in about 40 minutes. But in the meantime, we're going to cook here. So we're putting our chicken in the oven to get the roasting started.
Well, let me bring this to the front so they can probably just see.
Okay, so people can see it.
Pre-grilled looks like. Oh, it's nice and warm now.
You know, that kind of...
Yeah, it's nice and warm.
It's kind of dull.
What?
It's dull.
It's dull?
It's dull.
You don't understand. The idea is that you see this blackness you're seeing. That is where the real smoky flavor is going to come from.
The juice.
You get.
You know, in America, they say the darker the berry, the sweeter the juice.
I'm telling you, I know
So
it.
I am just wondering.
Stop it, please. Stop it.
Okay,
Stop it.
That is really good, because one of the things I want to talk about is stereotypes, right? Because a lot of times when you go visit places, you have a lot of different stereotypes that go flying around. Were there any stereotypes that you had of America before visiting? Like, think back when you visited the first time.
Well, you know, obviously the land of... The thing is, the stereotypes are true, but then again, it's also depending on the individual. Because they say America's land of opportunities, you know, and all that stuff. It actually is, but the opportunity is only available to people who are ready to work. You know what I'm saying? If a lot of people think you get there, and if you're looking for fast, easy life, you're gonna end up in the life of crime or fraud or some other things. But if you're ready to put in the work, there are so many opportunities for you to make a life for yourself in America.
No, that is true. A lot of people have become so successful in America. I was having a conversation with a friend, and they were talking about, oh, the UK is great for opportunities. I'm like, trust me, there's no place like America.
No place like America. I
got
can
that vision and dream.
Yeah.
Boo. There's some other stereotypes about America.
Like what?
Okay, so.
Tell me one, and I'll tell you if I've experienced it.
So one of the stereotypes that I experienced in America is people are not really traveled.
Yes.
Do you experience that?
So I think that's a very Western thing. So even in the UK, a lot of people won't leave their area. Do you know what I mean? You're in Tottenham, and I found that a lot of Americans don't actually have passports. So there's a very few, you know, it's not a thing to travel. People rarely think about if you want to go on holiday, you go to another city or another state.
Right.
You know, it's very rare to see people that want to go to Mexico or want to go to Africa or want to go to Europe. So people are generally, they just like the idea of being in their own space and in their own bubble. Whereas here in Nigeria, everybody's thinking, I want to go Ghana, I want to enter Ghana. I just touch Uganda briefly, Salty Way, you know, that kind of thing, Dubai, you know. So I think, but that in itself also limits their exposure to other cultures and other people, which sometimes affects the way they relate to other people, you know, in the country. I think for us, as Africans, especially Nigerians, we're nomads, I like to call us.
Yeah.
We travel far and wide. And I think that level of exposure, also affects the way we relate to people and our hospitality and the ability of Nigerians to thrive anywhere you put them.
That is true. Nigerians do tend to do very, very well in America. So, next thing, before I forget about our cooking, because this is a cooking show, what do you want to do?
So what we're going to do is we're going to blend tomatoes.
Blend the tomatoes.
I'm going to start and blend the tomatoes, put that on the fire, we can start getting the sauce going.
Okay.
Pepper going, and then we'll do a little mix of herbs and spices and stuff, and then we'll toss in the rice and see how that goes.
Okay, so we're going to go to blending. While we're blending, blender.
Yes.
I want to know. Okay.
Yeah.
I am not operating anything today.
You saw me. Don't worry.
Today is you operating, doctor. The good doctor.
So I can get the start without
Yes.
hurting myself.
Let me get you a big. Did you have any culture shock when you went to America? Like anything that really shocked you?
Plenty.
Okay, give me some things that shocked you, because I'm interested in knowing what is it that it's when people come, it's what? I can't believe this is happening, or I'm seeing this.
Plenty things, I mean.
Like what?
I mean, just the way the people in general relates to each other.
Oh.
So you can literally just squeeze it out, to be honest. It's so nice.
I just want to eat that. It looks so good. I love garlic.
I think that's enough garlic for that. I'm gonna toss in one of these. Can you get a knife?
Absolutely, sir.
Chop that up.
So he's putting some onions.
So just so everyone knows, I did wash my hands before we started shooting.
He did, I witnessed it. And I'm learning, because jollof rice is not something I'm really good at.
All right, there we go.
Okay, I'm gonna take this. Can't help myself.
So, I'm seeing this thing there. Might not be as much as we're expecting, Sha.
But we'll make it happen.
We'll count the number of mouths that will partake in the joy of this food.
My dear, I'm standing in line. I'm number 1, Oliver Twist.
All right.
Okay, so I'll take this out your way.
Wait. Don't toss the garlic. You might be able to get some later.
Okay, I'll just leave it here then.
Yeah, but we can toss it there.
Leave it there.
You can already see some of the
Oh,
so you can already
I
see
see
you can
the
see
coloring.
the coloring, and you can also
the
see the
coloring
burnt.
is beautiful.
Yeah.
Let me smell it. Ooh, oh my God, it smells so good. It's like an Italian, it's like an Italian type smell.
So I usually fry the oil, fry the onions, then we put in the peppers, fry that for a bit, get a lot of the water out. So we have pure.
It's nice and
nice and thick, nice and paste, and then we'll add some of the spices to let that fry into the pepper mix, and then we add our stock. So a bit of water. We add our stock, let that cook for a little bit so it all blends together. Toss in the rice. And then add just enough water to kind of cover it with foil. And the best thing to use is obviously if you have that cast iron pot.
Oh yes.
The jollof rice pot, because that also it keeps the heat and the flavor in.
It's more evenly cooked.
Yeah, so you don't have to cook as much. But this one, just know that it's gonna burn at the bottom. It's a normal thing. Don't be afraid.
Fine.
People always are afraid of jollof rice burning, but the fact that it actually does, you have to compensate for that. So you have to expect that a certain amount of your rice is going to burn, and you compensate for that where you're cooking, because you're going to lose it. Or you can have some, because that part also has.
It's very good though.
That's where the sauce is. You know what they say, the blacker the pot.
I was going to say some things as you were talking, because as I'm looking at you, do you know you're a very attractive guy?
Yes. Actually,
Look at you.
no, I actually do.
You,
I don't even
it's like as you were talking, I didn't even hear anything you were saying. I was just like,
So I think I think I have very beautiful parents. My mom is an amazing, beautiful, intelligent woman and very creative. My dad was the village headmaster, Justice Serene, an amazing actor who is just a looker. You know what I'm saying? I saw some pictures of him when he was about 20, and I was like, God damn, he's fine. Jesus. You know,
and
I
that's
think,
his father.
Yes, I think I got the best of both sides. You know, and yes, I think as I've gotten older, I think I found myself. So yes,
He's found
I do
himself?
know that I'm handsome and
He's felt
attractive
himself?
and quite single at the moment. So feel free.
He
to
is
feel
very
free.
single. So please do drop some, you know, whatever in the DMs.
But you know, be careful. I'm very picky, so we'll talk about those ones later. Sha.
And he didn't, you know, really get into his superpower, so you may not want to go down that
Can't
path.
put that one on either. Yeah, some other people will start to claim my superpower.
As in, you should be afraid. That's what I'm trying to communicate. You should be afraid.
It's so nice.
So, we're going to feel his touch
Yeah,
with this jollof rice, and I am going to testify.
you're all right.
And I don't know how to lie.
So I just want to point out what a few things that what's
Okay.
going to happen. So we're going to do the plantains towards the end, so it's nice and fresh and hot. These nicely chopped bell peppers of various colors are going to give it a little bit of garnish and a little bit of color, and that onion in there is going to be at the end
To use. Okay.
to just, you know, garnish the stubs, you know.
You know that oil? I
Yes.
hope it doesn't burn.
Yes, it might have already been burning.
Because
Yes.
that oil.
Yes.
No,
Okay.
the firepower in this house is very strong.
Yeah, we're trying to heat down. All right, let's start. So
Okay.
no, you can't talk for a while, though, please.
We can't talk for a while?
Yes,
I
let
have
me
to
just
be quiet.
No, let me just make sure that
I am
I'm
going
not
to, I'm going to
not,
be in silence
destroying.
and observing. And for me, I'm happy to do that. Okay, so the onions go in
All
first.
right, I need onions going first. All right. Let's leave that for a bit. Yeah.
I'm going to put it in here. Okay. So,
Yeah.
that is cooking. Let me look at it. Let me look at it. Oh, it's looking all good. Now, one of the things America has a whole lot of like traditions and different practices. Some people always wonder, what is it to be American if they're not from America? But America actually does have culture. So what tradition or practice in America have you found intriguing?
Super Bowl.
Yes!
Like the way Americans celebrate the Super Bowl is very different. It is a national event. Like almost the barbecues are going on. They have Super Bowl parties.
Tailgating.
Like listen,
We don't joke with Super Bowl.
They don't joke, and I don't think there's, you know, maybe I don't know what the traditional version that they used to do, all those Gidigbo festivals that they used to do back in the day, but I don't know any sporting event in Nigeria that has that much following, apart from like the World Cup or something. But
we shut down.
the country shut down for the Super Bowl, you know, and it only makes sense because they have the highest viewership in America, which is why the ad slots for the Super Bowl are just through the roof. Everybody's looking to advertise on the Super Bowl, and that kind of blew my mind. You know, it was just like, what do we get for Nigeria? What if we do, it would just be on this level? You know what I'm saying?
No.
So I was blown away by that, and I think that's a very, very strong part of American culture. That I think if we could do that in Nigeria, it brings the entire country together.
Yeah.
At least the people that support it one team or the other.
I mean, because everybody's like, you're kind of forced to choose. Even if it may not be your team, you'll be like, you know
pick
what,
one.
I'll support
One
this
second,
one.
let me check on this thing as
You
well.
know? And then the thing that's so interesting about the Super Bowl is he was talking about the Super Bowl halftime, where most companies, you know, that have an interest in getting a slot, and it's like we're just talking about a few seconds or so, you have to pay a ton of money.
Yeah.
And then they have performances, the artists that have an opportunity to do the halftime show. It can literally like explode your career. But most people that they pick to do Super Bowl halftime show are like major artists.
Yeah.
It's like an amazing time.
Yeah, amazing time. That
I
was
love
one thing that
the Super Bowl.
I totally loved.
And that is American football. Okay, it's
Yes.
not soccer. It's American
It's
football.
American football. It's not football. Please don't call it soccer, babe.
We're gonna end the show.
Don't even try yourself. We're never coming to
You know,
conversation.
you were doing so good. when I asked
you notice I brought out the accent
and-
for you,
and-
my dear. Please.
and you said
It
it
cannot
because
be
I was
football
like, what
around
is he
the
gonna
world, and
say?
because America
He said
say
football.
it's
That is
soccer,
the
it's
number
now
one thing.
soccer.
Now he's talking about it's not football. How is it not football?
Hello, my dear. Football is football. American football is American football. Please don't come and change our name because you want to call it your own American football. I beg. Please. Thank you. You don't even play with your feet, sef. Football that you play with your hands and be running up and down the place. You know, you should call it American rugby.
He said the R word. He said it. No.
And what?
We play.
Let's just leave it. Next one.
I'm just gonna stop.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So. So you have the American. I'm not gonna even say it. I'm just gonna leave that back there. The American dream. Most people, when they think about American land of opportunity, they're really talking about that dream, that focus. What are your thoughts on the American dream? I need to start checking on this chicken. What are your thoughts on?
Don't worry.
Oh, we're good.
Visual checking. We're all right.
Okay. So, what are your thoughts on the American dream? Like, what do you think about it? What is that?
I think
to you?
I think America has you know, I mean, over years they've done a lot to give, you know, a lot of immigrants an opportunity to be part of this whole engine that is the American dream, where you can come in, because America is really a land of immigrants, you know.
It is.
Everybody is coming, you know, people cross the seas, you know, the Native Americans were there and all that kind of stuff, and it's a blend of cultures. And I think, like I said, it gives you an opportunity to be whatever you want to be as far as you're ready to put in the work. And I think that in itself is a big thing. I think other countries need to emulate that and give people a sense of knowing that it's like how a lot of people feel about Lagos. Like if you're in any part of Nigeria, you know that if you go to Lagos, you can make it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what the American
That
dream to me is
spirit
about. That
is-
spirit of saying that if I go to this place, so I can make it. And that in itself just, you know, is hope. And I think, you know, what are we without hope?
Yeah, America really does a great job of marketing that land of opportunity. If you come, you work hard, you know, you have that opportunity.
Yes, please let me check before I spoil the food.
Okay, so, you know, one of the things, as we're talking about American dream, land of opportunities, one of the things I realized, a lot of people actually think that America, like money grows on trees. And things just, but you understand what I'm saying?
I totally do.
You know, they think that, okay, things just happen in America, you just go there, and that is not the case. You have to work really hard. You know, the American dream is not something that happens for everybody, you know? But if you're able to work hard and put in the time, you're able to achieve a lot.
So before I answer your question, I just want to quickly say that especially if you're a bachelor like me, it is very important to try as much as you can to wash up while you're cooking, because washing up after cooking is
Hell.
it's a very stressful, strenuous experience that I don't like to do. So I try as much as possible to wash up stuff like the blender before I continue cooking. So
You're good in the kitchen. You're very good with your hands, honestly, I must say that. Let me put this in. Okay, so.
yeah, my pride and joy.
Your hands are your pride and joy.
Yes, my eyebrows.
When you said your hands are your pride and joy, I thought about that Marvel movie.
Doctor Strange.
Yes.
Yeah,
And your name is Dr. Sid. I mean, I was just saying.
We have a lot in common. So the question was about working hard and thinking that money falls on trees. I think that mentality also needs to be spread everywhere, including in Nigeria as well. People are very used to get rich quick schemes, you know, and just everybody wants to ball everything. And I think, as much as social media is a gift, it's also a curse in that aspect, because you see a lot of people doing a lot of things on social media, and you want to emulate, and you can't see the source of their wealth. So obviously, you just got to find your way to make things happen. But that in itself, I've been in America, at different points in time, and long enough to see how, even just doing a job like a cleaner or driving an Uber can make you enough money to live a very decent, happy life and travel. But sometimes everybody's thinking about the flash and things. I know Uber drivers that ball and pop champagne in the club. Yes. You know what I mean?
Oh yes.
But it's just the ideology around labor and work that I feel like Nigerians are hard workers, to be honest. You know what I mean? Sometimes we like the upper side, it's not the lower side. Yeah. I think there's always a balance. At every socio-economic strata, there is you can have a job that will give you enough to live well. That's true. And people need to understand that. And just know that money definitely does not grow on trees. And you got to put in the work. You put in that work, you will make the money that you want to live the life that you want.
Yeah. It's so funny. I was reading something yesterday, and I don't really know how to pronounce this part of India where the people they were talking about, I think it was the Wall Street Journal, how they basically embodied the American dream. Yeah. So think about it. Most hotels in America you go to, if you see an Indian, it's probably a patel. They're owned by a lot of... Exactly, right? And what they were saying was there's a particular part of India that when they all came, that is what they do. They just decided they're going to go to the hoteling industry and purchase. So they purchase, they help each other to the point that they started creating interest-free loans to encourage people from where they're from to come and partake. And before you know it, a lot of hotels in America are owned by Indians.
It's the same thing with the Jews. You go to a space, you build a sense of community, and you guys support each other. I think that's also one of the biggest problems with Nigerians and maybe Africans in general in America, is that there's too much fragmentation. Maybe black people as a whole.
I think
there's not enough unity and figuring out how we can say, okay, let's have a chain of African restaurants.
You do have the Ethiopians, or is it the Eritreans, that own a lot of the parking? In DC.
Smart people.
They've done that, so I will call that out. But to your point,
generalizing as a whole, just like how people come to a space and they realize that we're in this together, and if we can build something and take care of ourselves, then we can build a self-sustaining ecosystem for us and people like us, and a pathway to grow where nobody can come and just be chancing us anyhow. But crabs in a barrel.
So before we started the show, we pre-cooked the chicken. So the stock from the chicken is what we're using. And before we started the show, we pre-cooked the goat meat, and we also have the stock as well.
And put the rest of this in.
More spice?
Yeah.
Okay.
There we go. Because we are cooking quite a bit of jollof rice, and I don't want it to lose flavor or taste, kind of watered down. Like,
it's going to be very, very concentrated jollof rice. We're going to fill in lots of the jollof in that rice.
Have a little swig.
Ooh, tasty. Okay, you have talent. You have some talent.
All right, I got some pepper on me.
You have some talent, I must say. Okay, so one other thing that I like to ask folks about is language, how they feel about you know, because when you visit America, it is a country of immigrants. And depending on where you are in America, you're going to get different types of accents. Like, I'm from the South, so we talk like this, you know what I'm saying? Barbecues. And then I lived in California,
Cornbread,
so yeah, some cornbread and grits, some scrambled eggs and cheese.
Yeah, crawfish.
Crawfish. You have to bite the head off the crawfish though. Do you know anything about that?
So that's another thing I'll tell you
Look
about. I think crawfish for me was
You don't like crawfish?
it was an interesting experience. It was too much work for very little reward.
You're just kidding me. I spent a lot of time in New Orleans. It is an experience to eat crawfish.
I've had.
And you tried it.
We're gonna do that
Did you
for
like
1
it?
minute more. I enjoy crawfish. I'm just saying that it was yeah.
Anyway, so when you visit different parts of America, you are going to experience like different ways that people speak.
Yeah.
How did you, when you experienced that, what were your thoughts?
I mean,
The different accents.
I think I'm pretty well traveled. Like, it's for me, you know, my younger days were spent traveling most of the UK and Europe. So even in the UK in itself, you would hear various accents, and you kind of get used to the Londoners to sound different from the guys from Brighton or from Leeds or from
That's
Liverpool
true.
and Manchester.
Oh my God,
They're
Liverpool.
different accents. So and the Scottish accent. So you have to you kind of get used to the fact that there's a variety of accents, and not everyone's going to sound the same. So with that, I kind of just blend that. I like doing voices. I like doing accents. So the idea is to be able to blend and relate. As much as I do like my African accents, which is quite sexy and exotic in itself, and I think our chicken is just about ready.
It's almost done. Yeah.
To blend, but also feel that sometimes being able to communicate in a way that this person can understand you helps communication better. So I'm going Let's put the rice in right now. I don't want the bottom of the. Okay, are you ready?
Oh my gosh. Wait, I need something to help me with this rice and ball.
Okay, let me get the rice.
Okay, I'll hold it, because he's using his hands.
Where is it?
Okay, and he's mixing the rice in.
All right, so mix it in so it's not you kind of break it up.
Okay.
Ooh, you see that?
That one flew.
All right.
So one thing I wanted to, ask you about, being a Nigerian, we have an epidemic of Japa. I wanted to just get your thoughts on what do you think is driving that, and where do you think most people really want to go to ideally? Or is it just, let me just go anywhere
Do
but
we have
here?
a chopping board? Can I get a chopping board?
Of course. I'll get you a chopping board in just 1 second.
While I'm answering your question.
Since you don't know your way around this kitchen, you have to know your way around kitchens.
It's not my kitchen. But don't worry. I'll be back to cook something else. And by that time, now me go to tell her what the chopping board did. Don't worry about it.
You're a hot mess. I'll leave you alone. But what do you think about that? Like,
The Japa syndrome.
what are the things that's like driving, what do you think is like driving people to the exodus?
Well, it's the economy. Because how we spoke earlier on and said that a lot of people in America don't think about passports, they don't think about traveling. Because the society is designed in such a way where you feel content, everything that you need, your basics are met. So you literally don't think about moving to another country, right? But in Nigeria, we still have a country where basic necessities appear to be a luxury. So people will always look for better, more comfortable environments. And I can't really blame anybody, because at this day and age, we want to live what they call soft life, but good, decent lives. And I think I can't really blame anyone who feels like they're not being properly taken care of where they are.
Yeah.
And are seeking an opportunity to better themselves. I think if the onus is on the country to create an environment where people want to stay and help build. Yeah.
Can we off it?
We can turn that off.
Yeah. It's getting hot. But that chicken smells so good.
Yeah, the chicken looks really good. It's nice and brown.
Whew.
Can I get a?
Wait. Let me give you something to put it on. I think I want to use this one because it's.
Maybe we should open it up a bit. Yeah.
Okay, let's put it on that.
Hey, the chicken is chickening. It's giving chicken.
It's giving. The chicken has given me some.
It's giving chicken.
Yeah, it's giving me some things.
Do you have a
What do you need?
spray oil?
No, I don't.
Oh, there's also,
You want it to be all glistening, like it would spray you right now.
Hello, my dear.
I cannot. Hello, I cannot help myself.
My dear.
We're talking about Japa.
My dear,
And let me go back to what I was talking about.
Yes, so like I said, the onus is on the government, I think, to create an environment where people want to stay. I think there are basic necessities which, if we can put together in Nigeria, I think a lot of people will be happy to stay where they are and literally work and earn. We need to give more merit-based employment and create more job opportunities and more industries. There's too much corruption and too much, man-to-man, and stuff. In this day and age, it's one of those, if you can't beat them, you join them situations, which I don't think it's a good idea. I'm just gonna put these here because they're gonna go in about the same time.
Okay, and I will just take this away from you. So, I'm gonna go back to you.
Yes, ma'am.
And learning a little bit more about you, because we can be here all day talking about Japa and we can go in a direction that's,
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm always very gentle.
Well, that remains to be seen. We'll find out.
We're talking about beating. That's not a bad, well, did he just steal the chicken?
Yeah.
Oh, he's feeding me.
It's hot. You got it? Can you handle it?
Okay. Okay.
It's lonely at the top. Lonely. I don't know what he said. Hold me. I don't care what you think about me.
I am at a loss for words.
Listen, yeah.
That was so freaking good. Oh my God.
I tried a little bit of that super spice on this.
I know you.
Just a little bit.
Just passed.
I just so bit that thing briefly.
He has superpowers, yo. He came in and blessed that thing, and that thing then turned into something. It is not food. I can guarantee you that.
Sweet mouth.
Which kind of sweet mouth? It's not food now. That thing that you gave me, just that small piece, my mind just shifted. Gaming.
Yes.
How did you get into gaming?
So it's interesting because for me, I think at every point in your life, you have to sort of have a vision of who you are, what you want to be, where you're trying to go. For me, I have lived every dream, the dream that I had as a kid. To be a famous musician, to tour the world, to be on MTV, to do great shows, make millions. I've done all that, and then obviously as you grow older, you dream new dreams. And being in film and entertainment is always, it's in my DNA. So when I knew that I was gonna start, slowing down from actively making music, I decided to go to film school because I wanted to make film. I think my dad is a legend in the Nigerian movie industry, and I think I wanted to give back to that interest that gave me so much, and I'm also passionate about. So I went to film school, sort of learn the nuances of how to make film and how to make things look better than they were in Nollywood at the time. And shout out to the people in Nollywood, the industry has grown so much. So doing that, but also part of my DNA is gaming. So I'm an avid gamer. It because problem for us that time.
He's good with his hands.
Are they play where we press buttons.
Buttons. He's Stop.
I can press
He can press a lot of
I can press a lot of buttons. So I was in LA, and I was attending E3, which is one of the biggest gaming and entertainment conferences in the world. And I noticed that there was this big, huge industry that was almost non-existent in Nigeria. I was like, wow, people play video games, but nobody's looking at gaming as a business. So I came back to Nigeria. I started my own esports team called Citizens Gaming, and the idea was really to empower Nigerian gamers and give them an opportunity to earn from their passion, which is gaming. But then we did that for a few years, and that was going well. Then obviously I now realized that, okay, I'm spending a lot of money. These people are talented, but where's the money coming back from? Because there weren't any standardized tournaments at the time with high-paying prize pools that would make it financial sense for somebody to own an esports team and make money. And that's what gave birth to Contender. So Contender is basically, well, we started out as to just wanting to organize tournaments, but our end goal, our ultimate goal is to build, what we're doing now. We're building an esports hub and platform and marketplace, which will allow gamers compete in high-profile tournaments, well-produced, well-quality, both casual and competitive. Tournament organizers be able to host tournaments, and then esports enthusiasts and people who like gaming be able to come and see and get access to premium esports content, while giving brands and businesses access to a niche market that is at this point valued at almost $3 billion globally. So that's where gaming was at with me, and I think it's been a very interesting journey. I think one of the beauties of my life is, I've always said, because people said, oh, you sound different on almost every single song. I said, for some reason I just have a thing about versatility and the ability to pivot, take something you've done, move that to the next level, and move that to the next level, and keep pushing the needle of your journey and where you're trying to be in life. So for me, I'm on this journey with gaming right now. Right now I also have a job as well in the States. I work as director of gaming and tournaments for a gaming company out of New York called Unanimous Games, and they have very, very big plans for gaming globally, but especially in Africa, and that was a very interesting proposition for me. So yeah, watch out, gaming is the future. If you align to yourself, your children or your brother is probably watching something right now on Twitch or YouTube, but hey.
That's why I like this man here. Oh, wow.
Yes.
That gym is paying off.
Yes, it is. You can feel it, right?
Okay. He's very distracting. That's why I love him, because he is a creative genius. There are the innovators. One of the things I learned in business school is about the innovators. Those are the people that are really adopting technology the fastest and looking ahead. They have vision to see ahead what potentially the need will be in the future, and they're working today to bring about 10 years from now, and that's you.
And thank you.
Because it's very few people, let's be honest, think about it, talk amongst your social circles. How many people are talking like that? It's not that many. But he sees 2035 today. And he's trying to bring that about. And that is why I just had to have a conversation with you, because the way that you see things is just so different from most people.
Oh my God. You have to slow down. My head can't take it.
Stop. Do you see his head is expanding across?
It's expanding.
You're so funny, but it's the truth. And I think when you now say that when you looked at your music and the way you did it, you try to reinvent, innovate each time, just speaks to
experimented with a lot of sounds.
But that is who you are. That's your business sense. You make tomorrow for us. And we need people like that.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. That actually means a joke spot. I think, sometimes you go through your life and you go through careers and you never really hear people sort of say stuff like that to you, that kind of gives, what you've done a deeper meaning and, a deeper sense of purpose for that person and for other people. So it's really, really nice to hear that.
But that's who you are now.
No, my brother DJ Big, and he showed me, he did one video some time back, and it was very touching about how, had played a very pivotal role in his career, and I just thought that's my guy. But for him, it was such a big deal, and it was very emotional and very touching. And I think sometimes when we do stuff like even this show and talking right now, making all this food, you have no idea how it's going to impact somebody, and probably change your lives or give them the inspiration and motivation to be, to go on that journey and be who they are intended to be. So I'm excited for the opportunity, and thank you.
Now I want to touch him because I just want to hug him, but I'm gonna stay focused. We have to complete cooking.
Yes.
This is the point in time in our show where we kind of take a pause and complete cooking because we need to still fry our plantain.
She's gonna do that one.
Yes, I have to do something,
Yes.
okay, since he's done most of the cooking, and finish the jollof rice. So we'll be back shortly with our finished product. This one is already finished, but we'll finish other products as well, and we'll let you see it. So come back, stay tuned.
Not finished yet, so
We'll be enjoying ourselves shortly. Welcome back to Relax, Chop, Enjoy. We have Dr. Sid with us today, and the good doctor has helped us in creating these delicious meal. We have some roasted chicken, some jollof rice and goat meat, and some fried
we
plantain.
call it the goat jollof rice.
I get it. The goat jollof rice.
Yes.
Those that get it will understand what you just said. I love it. Before I delve into give my verdict, it smells good. It looks good, but we have to see if it tastes good.
Yes.
I still need to go back to a couple of questions because we're learning about your perspective of America.
Yeah.
And you've talked to us about a lot of different things. One of the things I've always wondered is if there are things you could change about America, right? I just want 3. If there are 3 things you could change about America, what would it be?
I think number one
why?
probably be racism.
Very good one.
Yeah.
Yep, very
I
good
think
one.
racism will be a very big one because I think that's at the core of a lot of things that affect America as a whole.
Yeah.
Second,
Hard.
it's hard.
Yeah. Because if I said 3 things about Nigeria now, you give me 15.
That one is easy.
That's why I had to flip it.
Racism is one. I think the gun laws.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, I think with the amount of shootings that happen in America, I think there need to be stricter gun laws. I don't think you need to take people's right to carry, but I think there need to be just stricter laws on gun control. What else? Probably some of the extreme climate. Yeah, sometimes it gets really hot, and then sometimes you hear there's hurricane somewhere. So
I'm just gonna pause on that hot because some of my American friends would be like, "What? It get really hot, but you from Africa."
they ain't been to Texas. And that's what I'm gonna say. They've not been to Africa. I've been to both. I can tell you, Texas this summer. Jesus. Enough said.
I'm not arguing with that one because I have felt that Houston heat when they opened the plane, and I'm like, what just happened?
Yo.
Yeah, it's so hot. No, okay. No, those are 3 valid things, I think, because the way I look at it is, for those who think America is perfect,
It's not.
it's not. There are things about America that can be improved upon, and you mentioned some very, very good things. So as we wrap up, you've traveled, you're a very well-traveled individual. You've not only you've traveled all over the world, you've seen a lot of things. What would kind of be your advice for someone that is looking to explore? Because that person could be here in Nigeria, they could be in America, but is interested in traveling. What would you say is the one thing that you want to keep in mind when you're going to visit other countries?
Be open-minded. You know, you don't want to go with the same mindset you have in your country and take it there, because things are different, things work differently, people are different, some people are more polite, some people are more stuck up. So you really have to be open-minded and really go to experience a different culture, different to what you actually know. And then with that in mind, you're opening your mind to exposure and a lot of education. So I think, you know, being open-minded when you travel, you get to experience a lot and learn a lot at the same time.
Spoken like a true doctor. I couldn't even wrap that up if I wanted to that well. Well, it's been a great pleasure having you. We've talked about a lot of things. I've been able to see America from your point of view, and you know what? You're just a beautiful person. You just can't help yourself. You always see the best in things.
Optimist to the core.
You are an optimist. Yes. You are an optimist. So as we wrap things up, because I want to eat this food.
Yes, I need to tell people something, because it's very important. Because you will not just watch this show and just fly by. They literally have to go subscribe to the YouTube channel. It's called Relax, Chop, Enjoy. Let me spell it for you. RelaxChopEnjoy. You understand? If you mess up the spelling for joy, you're in trouble. And definitely follow on all social media, because this episode, I don't want to miss it, and you don't want to miss all the other episodes, because it's just amazing and the food is great. Plus, you might get to see me a lot of times.
I love this man. I can't help it. Thank you so much. And you're such a beautiful spirit. And like I said, the way I look at it is, I think for you, we're going to better understand you 20, 30 years from now, because we're going to see your footprint in a lot of places. And I just cannot wait to see that.
Wow, that's heavy. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
You know, you're an innovator. You can't help yourself. So to learn more about Dr. Sid and a lot of his exciting projects, please visit at IamDrSid. That's IAM, for those who don't know I am. And then DR and then SID, and both on Instagram and Facebook, and
everywhere.
We can follow what
YouTube,
you're doing.
Everywhere.
I can't wait.
Thank you.
I see you on somewhere in Silicon Valley giving a talk. I can't wait for that.
Please, let's eat.
Why did you eat the food before me? You were supposed to wait for me. Wait. Let me taste.
You're dulling yourself.
Amazing. Amazing.
Thank you very much. I'm tripping for myself.
This the goat Jollof.
The goat. That's the title of this episode. Jollof. The goat Jollof with Dr. Sid. Goddamn.
Amazing. Amazing is on. I am changing the title to that. It's amazing. Okay. If only they can buy it. But I'm just going to continue my life.
This is an estimate. Relax, chop, enjoy. But not this one.